Why hello there beautiful people, Caz the Blackheart back with another Baltimore State Dynasty video. I know we've been gone from this series for a while, but we are finally back. And we're going gator hunting in this one as we head to Gainesville to take on the Florida Gators, who are the 25th ranked team in the nation. And this is the second SEC team that we're playing this year. The first time we played an SEC team this year, it didn't end up going very well for us. Of course, we got blown out by Alabama. And speaking of Alabama, they're actually the top-ranked team in the nation right now in the coaches' polls, sitting at 4-0, coming off a big win against Ole Miss. But they got a really tough game ahead of them as they take on number 2 ranked Miami, and that should be a really good game. Let me know in the comments section if you guys want to see a recording of that game. We'll just watch it. I won't play it at all. And look at this. Brian Newton out of Nebraska is actually in the lead as far as the Heisman watch goes. He had a pretty big game against Rutgers, getting 3 touchdowns and a 52-14 victory. So Kirk Herbstreit actually has Baltimore State winning this game, and I don't really know why. I mean, Florida has lost 2 games so far this season. One to Texas A&M, the other one to Kentucky. So maybe that's the reason why, but Florida's a very good team on paper. And of course, with us being hit with all the sanctions that we were hit with, this is going to be a really tough game for us. But I think that if we come out, hit them in the mouth early, we should have a chance to get this W. But it's a very hostile crowd out in Gainesville, and the Gators are definitely going to come into play in this one, as they're trying to get back into the BCS National Championship picture. And what better way to do that than to defeat the defending national champions? But here we go, Baltimore State taking on Florida in another top 25 matchup. Let's go. Florida going to start off with the football here, 1st and 10 from the 25. Carlos Edwards going to hand it off to Walton, and Walton going to pick up about 5 yards on the play. That's going to bring up a 2nd and 5. Edwards in the shotgun. He's going to drop back. Looking to the right side, he's going to complete it to Wilson. Wilson up the right sideline into Baltimore State territory, and he's knocked out of bounds at about the 42-yard line. So the Gators looking good so far, 1st and 10. Edwards going to drop back. Throws to the right side, finds Wilson again, and Wilson going to get up to about the 33. A 9-yard pickup, going to make it a very manageable 2nd and 2. Florida in a double tight set, hand off to Walton, and Walton going to fall forward despite tripping and pick up the 1st down. 1st and 10, Florida in a double tight set. They're going to hand it off to Walton to the right side. Alex Ace gets ran over, and here's Walton, goes out of bounds at about the 15-yard line. And the Gators looking to score early. 1st and 10, a big hit from Bailey Barba, and Walton going to lose 2 yards on the play. That's going to bring up a 2nd and 12. Edwards in the pistol, hands it off to Walton, up the right sideline. Nice block there, and he's going to be brought down just shy of the end zone at the 1-yard line. And now the Gators looking to punch it in here, 3rd and goal. Double tight set again, hand off to Walton, and he's stuffed in the backfield. Barba got there first, and the Gators will have to settle for a short field goal. It's 3-0 as Baltimore State takes over, 2nd and 10. Kevin Pride right side going to find Jalen Morrison for a 1st down. A 14-yard pickup moves the chains for Baltimore State, but now they face a 3rd and 11 as Pride's in the shotgun, going to drop back. Looking to the left, and he has nobody in particular. I think he was looking for Morrison, but that was completely off target, and Baltimore State punts it away. Florida football, 1st and 10. Edwards over the middle, going to find Douglas, and Carlton Douglas going to pick up about 8 yards on the play. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 2. Double tight set for Florida again as Walton runs right up the middle. Was able to fight forward for the 1st down. And now 2nd and 7. Florida just shy of midfield. Edwards looking. Plenty of time to throw. Rolls to the right. Throws, and he finds Kelly at the Baltimore State 42-yard line. And the Gators moving the ball with no problem so far in this game. And here's Edwards with the handoff to Walton again. Walton with a big hole. Going to pick up the 1st down up to the 28-yard line. And the Gators looking to get into the end zone this time. 1st and 10. Edwards going to throw to the left side. Finds Wilson. Wilson breaks a tackle. Breaks another one. And he's going to get up to about the 11-yard line. So the Gators once again in the red zone. Baltimore State's defense showing no type of resistance on this drive. as the Gators face a 1st and 10. Edwards going to hand it off to Walton again. Breaks a tackle, and Walton going to get into the end zone for the touchdown. A 12-yard run, and the Gators take a 10-0 lead early on in this game. Baltimore State would go 3 and out, and the Gators take over from the 9-yard line. Here's Walton on 1st and 10, and Ace completely missed him. Here goes Walton up the right sideline, and nobody's going to catch him on this Baltimore State defense. It's going to be a 91-yard touchdown run for Walton. And this one's looking ugly already. The Gators up 17-0 with a minute left in the first quarter. Now Baltimore State facing a 3rd and 13. Pride drops back, goes left side into double coverage, and it's tipped away. Pride is 1 for 8 with 1 completion for 14 yards so far in this game. Florida would go 3 and out as we begin the second quarter. 1st and 10 Baltimore State. Pride on the play fake. Dumps it off to Hobart, and Zach Hobart breaks the tackle. Weaving his way through traffic, and he's going to pick up about 8 yards on the play, making it a very manageable 2nd and 2 as Baltimore State tries to get back into this game. Pride over the middle. He's going to find Hobart down the field. It'll be a 1st down into Florida territory, and there's going to be a face mask call against Florida as well. John Archer called for the infraction. Now Baltimore State will get the ball at the 27-yard line. 1st and 10, Pride in the shotgun. Looking, throws over the middle, he's going to be intercepted. Jason Smith with the pick, and Smith able to give Florida the ball back, and this game is looking really ugly for Baltimore State right now, as Pride just tried to force that one, and it didn't work out for him. So now 3rd and 5 for the Gators. Edwards going to throw left side, finds Gore. Gore able to get the 1st down up to about the 42-yard line, and it's a new set of downs. 2nd and inches now. Edwards looking. Plenty of time to throw, but here comes Smith, and he's going to bring him down for the sack. That's going to make it a 3rd and 6, and that's just what Baltimore State needed to get some momentum on defense. Now, here's Edwards over the middle. Gore makes a diving grab, but he's stopped well short of the 1st down marker, and the Gators will punt it away. So now Baltimore State with a chance to make this interesting. 3rd and 10. Pride under pressure. He's going to be brought down for the sack. And Baltimore State goes 3 and out. The Gators ended up punting it back to Baltimore State, so now 2nd and 4. Pride going to go right side, finds Morrison, and Jalen Morrison going to get up to the 50-yard line. Big 1st down there as Baltimore State looks to get on the board before halftime. 3rd and 9 now. Baltimore State 0 for 4 on 3rd downs. Make that 0 for 5 as Pride is hit as he throws. And Baltimore State will have to punt it away. So the Gators with the ball with 2:37 to go. Here's a handoff to Walton. Walton with a lot of green in front of him. Picks up the 1st down and more. Ace going to bring him down at about the 50. But a 29-yard gain for Joseph Walton, who's having a big first half. Now 1st and 10. A little counterplay. Here's Walton again. Walton, plenty of green in front of him, but he's brought down at about the 16. This time a 35-yard run as Walton has 220 yards and 2 touchdowns on 15 carries in the first half. 3rd and 7, just over a minute to go. Edwards going to throw, and he's nearly intercepted by Justin Lambert. So Florida's going to be forced to kick a field goal here to make it 20-0. This is a chip shot right here, about 30 yards, and it's good to go. So the Gators with a 20-0 lead as Baltimore State takes over, looking to finally get some points on the board as Pride throws right side to Morrison for the 1st down. He picks up 11. So now 1st and 10 as Baltimore State goes no huddle. Pride with 3 receivers to the left side. He'll drop back, looking to the right side, throws, and Morrison makes a beautiful grab. Another 11-yard gain for Morrison on the play. Now Baltimore State faces a 3rd and 4. Pride with the play fake. Looking to the right side. Finds Johnny Quazide, who gets the 1st down up to midfield. And 37 seconds to go. Baltimore State has all 3 timeouts. So they definitely have time to at least get a field goal on the board. But 3rd and 10. Pride goes left side. He's going to be intercepted again. A rough first half for Kevin Pride continues as the Gators take over with 23 seconds to go in the half. Now 12 seconds, 2nd and 13. Edwards looking for the screen, has Walton. Walton with a block there. Walton with a lot of green in front of him, and Armstrong slows him down before he's brought down at about the 16. And the Gators will settle for a field goal here to make it 23-0. Kicks on the way, and it's good. We head into halftime with Florida absolutely dominating Baltimore State, 23-0. Can the Stallions turn it around in the second half? We'll have to see. Baltimore State had a really rough first half, and they looked to turn things around on the first drive of the second, but they face a 3rd and 8. Pride going to throw left side. It's completed, and James going to make the grab up to about the 35-yard line. Brady James makes his first catch of the game. Now 3rd and 4 for Baltimore State from the 40. Pride, under pressure, gets it away, but he's hit as he throws. Incomplete. Pride 12 for 30, 117 yards, and 2 interceptions. And now Baltimore State going to go for it on 4th and 4. They really have nothing to lose. And a beautiful throw over the middle to Caz, who gets up to midfield as Baltimore State converts to 4th down. So now 2nd and 4, Pride to the right side. You're going to find Roman Cinder, who's playing some receiver now. Cinder picks up the first down as Baltimore State keeps the drive alive. Now 1st and 10. Pride looking right side. It's completed to Morrison, and Jalen Morrison up to about the 16 or 17-yard line. 5 catches for 70 yards so far in this game as Baltimore State looks to finally get on the board here. 1st and 10. Pride going to throw right side. There's Morrison, and he's going to be stopped at the 3-yard line. But Baltimore State with their best chance to score so far in this game. 1st and goal. Pride checking down to Hobart, and that was a horrible idea. Intercepted by Smith, and nobody's even close to getting Smith on this one. It'll be a pick 6 for Florida as Baltimore State is just spiraling out of control now. Florida going to take a 30-0 lead midway through the 3rd quarter. Kyle Smith with the pick. And things are just getting ugly for Pride and company now. 3rd and 10. Pride going to go right side, and it's nearly intercepted by Smith again. And Pride actually injured on the play. He actually gets pulled anyway for Julius Hobbs, who gets the ball as Florida went 3 and out. 2nd and 5. Hobbs up the right sideline. Hobbs with a big gain into Florida territory, and he's finally brought down at the 36. A 33-yard gain for Hobbs on the ground. So now 3rd and 9. Hobbs going to try to scramble again, but this time he gets sacked in the backfield. Matt Williams with his 2nd sack of the game. And now Baltimore State going to go for it on a 4th and 14. Again, really not much to lose here. Pride back into the game after Hobbs gets hurt, and he throws his 4th interception of the game. Kevin Pride just not having a very good game at all, to say the very least. And it continues there as Florida has the ball for a 3rd and 7. Edwards going to throw over the middle, finds Kelly. He breaks a tackle. Cinder misses him, and Kelly off to the races. He's going to take it all the way for another Gators touchdown. And what a horrible game this has been for Baltimore State, as now Rodiani Ferrioni in the game at quarterback. Ferrioni on 3rd and 10, rolling to his right. He's going to throw off balance, and that's not even close to anybody on Baltimore State's team. Picked off, and that's really how the cookie would crumble. The 5th interception thrown by a Baltimore State quarterback. This is one by Jason Smith. So I decided to just super sim the rest of the game because I'm just not going to torture myself like that. It would get even worse in the 4th quarter as Florida takes a 44-0 lead. Now 51-0 after another touchdown. 58-0 before Baltimore State finally got a touchdown. But Florida would score one more touchdown for good measure, and they'd walk away with a 64-7 blowout victory over Baltimore State. Joseph Walton with a hell of a game, 248 yards and 3 touchdowns on 23 carries. Looking at Baltimore State, a really bad game for Kevin Pride. 23 for 50, 239 yards, 1 touchdown, and 4 picks. Ferrioni also threw a pick. He was 3 for 14 for 35 yards. Hobbs, 2 for 3, 6 yards before he got hurt. Just a really rough game for Baltimore State's quarterbacks. Colin Mentor only had 5 carries for 9 yards in this one. Just really couldn't get the run game established, especially with Baltimore State falling behind so early in the game. Zach Hobart led the team with 9 receptions. He also had 76 yards as well. And Hobart had 2 pancakes, but a lot of sacks given up by this offensive line. But Bailey Barba actually had a really good game. 4 tackles for a loss, 9 total tackles, and a sack. A really rough game for Baltimore State in this one. Offensively and defensively, just couldn't get anything going. They did get a few 3 and outs here and there, but for the most part, Florida moved the ball with relative ease. And they definitely got to be proud of this one. Carlos Edwards with a really good game, 13 for 20, and also threw a touchdown. But Joseph Walton with 3 touchdowns on the ground. Smith had 3 as well. And just an ugly performance by this Baltimore State defense, to say the very least. See all those pancakes as well. And, of course, they had 2 picks. One of them went for a pick 6. And I figured something like this was going to happen sooner or later this year. I mean, it already happened with Alabama, and then Florida beats us even worse than Bama did. I mean, We just got to find a way to get some kind of momentum at this point, because if not, it's just going to get uglier, and it doesn't get any easier as we play Florida State next week, and that'll be another really tough matchup. Again, this is to be expected. I mean, Baltimore State lost a lot of their really good players either to the draft or to transfers due to all the sanctions and whatnot. So I totally expected this to be a rough season. The fact that we're 3-2 right now is a surprise to me in and of itself. But let me know in the comment section what you think we need to do to turn the ship around at this point, because things are looking really hopeless for Baltimore State as of right now. Thank you guys so much for watching as always. You have yourselves a wonderful rest of your day and night whenever you're watching this. And like I always say, guys, no matter what happens, make sure you keep that mofo rolling. I'm Audi 5000. Deuces.